Hello and welcome to A Life Full of Meaning. My name is Lisa and this is Glenn, and together we sold a house, we got rid of all of our stuff and we moved onto a narrowboat called Nutshell, which we're not in today. Oh no.
No, we're in Victor the VW.
We've come away in the camper and we are in Linton and it is beautiful here. Site. You've had a stressful week, haven't you?
Stressful week, and it's not over yet. Well, this week I'm now done, but yeah, narrowboat saga's not over yet. No,
we've had engine dramas all week long, which will have to be continued when we get back because we are starting our week's tour of the southwest. So we're in Linton in Devon right now. We are heading off into Cornwall, a bit of a tour around Cornwall, but all that is to come next week. Anyway, before we start talking about next week, let me show you how this week unfolded. Good morning and welcome to Sunday. I want to start off with good news today. So we've got a family barbecue. It's Mark's 30th birthday and this morning I've been prepping food. Look, we're all sort of ready to go. That's the good news. The bad news goes a little bit like this. I'm going to tread carefully through to the back of the boat and tell you what's going on. Okay, so I am going to just try and sum up what's been going on and you can interject. Okay, so engine has been running perfectly apart from one of the injectors. This is actually a test to see if I've been listening. One of the injectors had a small leak. So yesterday Glenn decided he was gonna fix said leak, or at least have another look at it. So upon taking it apart, you drop a tiny yet fundamental piece of that injector, like down here somewhere, and you are beside yourself. Hours spent on your hands and knees
looking for said bit.
Yeah, and you didn't believe you'd find it, did you?
No, it's tiny.
It is smaller than that, the bit that he lost. Glenn didn't have faith in himself, but I did set off this morning again on a quest on his hands and knees at the bottom of the boat looking for said piece, and you found it, didn't you?
Yeah, a couple of hours.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was easy and I'm not saying it was quick, but you did find it. Anyway, you've put it back together and things aren't running so well, are they?
I also found in the thing a little ball bearing. I've struggled to find diagrams of what's inside that thing, so I think this little ball bearing might go in the middle of the spring and go up and down with the fuel, but I'm not sure because I don't know what that's for. It was in the bottom of the tray when I was digging around yesterday. It came up on a magnet. I'm going to have a quick Google because we haven't got a lot of time, unfortunately. It wants to go, it doesn't seem to be going, and the only thing is that I've just not noticed that 3 and 4 don't seem to be getting fuel, but 2 and 1 seems to be getting a lot of fuel. So anyway, let's have a little Google and see what I come up with.
Lollipop, and whoever doesn't care about.
Alright, we're playing Sleeping Lions. Naomi says she's going to win because she's actually going for a proper snooze. You are allowed to breathe.
1 o'clock. Dinner time. Jason!
Jason!
So I'm back here again. What I've decided to do, because I'm not 100% sure if I've reassembled this little injector unit properly, I'm going to take the other one out from the other end very carefully so I don't drop anything, because obviously with my last experience that was not great. So basically this is the one I've had the issue with, which fell apart. So I'm going to take this one because I knew this one came loose when we took the pipes off, and then see how it goes. If not, if all else fails, I may be ordering the whole new bit. And by the looks of it, it's a little bit fiddly to do, so I might have to bail out of doing that if I can't do it. I mean, I might take it out because I've got nothing to lose really, but let's see how we go. Jump on. That's that. bit I've got to be really careful with. It's loose. So, a little piece that I spent hours and hours looking for doesn't even look like it's in this bit. Oh, there it is. So I stripped down, put it back together. I did have it right in the first place. I've tried bleeding all the valves, I can't get it to do, so I'm going to easy start. I don't like using easy start, but RAC engineers use it when things run out of diesel, and basically you just put it in the air intake, waft it in there, not too much, and it should fire up just to get the vacuum going, and then start drawing through the diesel. So wish me luck. Sounds awful. And now my battery's gone flat. The starter battery on the boat's not very good, so I'm not going to do that anymore because I don't want to damage anything. So, not looking good.
Good morning to you. Yes, I know you've already seen Glenn's trials and tribulations this morning. You're feeling grumpy, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just fed up with myself. So.
He'll fix it.
One day I had a running engine, the next day not.
Yeah, you're just trying to fix that diesel leak. We should have maybe just left it, but I don't doubt him for a second. He will fix this, for that I am sure. So, what else we got planned for today?
I've got to go to the auction and pick up our new boats.
We're going to the auction to pick up our 2 new boats.
In case you needed one.
Yeah, it fits in there perfect.
It's an America that's driving it.
There's a whole lot of dust on it as well.
Yeah, it just needs to get clean.
Okie doke.
There's a lot of switches, there's something missing from there. Plugged into. Yeah. It's got the receiver. I can work it out.
Bid on these for Debbie at the shop. Oh no. Where's these going to go?
I'm going to have to rejig.
Nicely done.
Somewhere like this boxes.
Hello, hello. Hello everyone. So I've come round to Chloe's and I've sort of invited myself for dinner.
Fajitas with nachos, and we're going to try and make some cheese.
Nacho cheese. Now, you tried to make this a little while ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I went wrong.
Right, we're going to follow the recipe and we're going to do this. I found a recipe, Chloe. 5-minute nacho cheese sauce.
What do we need though first?
What do we need? What do we need? Oh look, that's exactly what we want to make. Overheating the sauce. Once the cheese has been added, can cause the sauce to seize up and become thick and or grainy.
Yeah, that is what happened.
Right. I've got to say, the cheese sauce is looking rather good. Good morning to you. Yes, indeed, it is Tuesday. Come on, Mr. Warner. I've got to take my mum's cat to the vets today.
Oh, joy, oh joy.
Yeah, let's go, let's go. So I've just had an email that my passport, I need to send new pictures. It said the reason they couldn't do my other ones weren't as good because I was smiling. I wasn't smiling. This is me smiling. Right, I was like this. No, I have to go like this. So anyway, I've just taken a picture and I'm sending it across now. Fingers crossed, it's getting close to our holiday. So we just got back, we went to McDonald's. I taught Mum how to use, you know, the screens where you press in what you want. Mum always goes, I'll pay, you do the buttons. I was like, Mum, how did you find it, Mum?
It was alright.
It was alright, see? It wasn't too complicated, was it?
No.
Did you see those oldies on that other table?
Yeah, I did.
They'd use the screens as well, Mum. See, you can do that. You can do that. And then it was a new McDonald's. Well, new to us. We haven't visited it. We're doing like a tour. A Wellingborough tour of McDonald's. Mum's a bad influence. Then we went into Lidl. And Mum, you haven't been to Lidl for a long time, have you? No, for a long years. And Mum found these like roast dinners. How much were they?
£1.59.
£1.59. £1.59. So Mum said, because Mum, it's not an insult, but you don't like cooking that much, do you? Doesn't like cooking. And a roast chicken one. So Mum's going to try those, see what they're like. Useful to have in the freezer. Mum also purchased some stem ginger cookies for herself and then said, do you want some? I was like, no. And then I was like, yes. Because tonight is Bake Off and there will be tea and biscuits needed. So let's just do it. I feel like we've been super productive today. We've taken the cat to the vets. We've been out for lunch. We've did a bit of shopping. And then we're going to have a cup of tea. Yeah, not a bad day. Good morning. It is Wednesday. I had to think about it then. It is definitely Wednesday. Definitely. So, I am at the boat all day today. I've got one of those gorgeous, delicious days where I've got a little bit of stuff to do on the computer. There's a bit of stuff I want to do on the boat. You know, I love those days. They're a day of pottering, doing bits and pieces. First thing I've got to do though is go and put some electricity in the meter because like we're on like our last 50p. So got to go and do that. Oh, it is definitely too cold out there for summer clothing. So my plan is today is to get all the autumn stuff out. I think they are under this sofa that I'm standing in front of, to get the autumn stuff out, to pack some of the summer stuff away, because don't forget we're going to Menorca in October. We are also doing our Southwest tour next week and we're going to the Isle of Wight. So we've got 3 holidays. Oh man, we are lucky. We've got 3 bloody gorgeous holidays to look forward to. So excited for all of them. I'm just as excited as going to Cornwall and going to the Isle of Wight as I am Menorca. This is the electricity card. Glenn said it's got about £10 on, so that should last us a while. Okay. It's all become, oh, it says success on there. That's alright. Been an odd job sort of day. I've cleaned out the well deck and cleaned the cratch cover. I have done loads of washing. I have cleaned the kitchen, scrubbed the floors and the cupboard doors. Just generally done jobs. Mr. Warner is sorting out his clothes. Boy, has he got a whole lot of clothes.
Uniform stuff.
We've only got
takes up real estate.
A small wardrobe. I have sorted my clothes out. My clothes go under the bed. So, got to find a place for these to go. This is all going to charity shop. This is a pile of holiday clothing for our hot holiday. This monstrosity is all the clothes that Glenn's found that need washing that he wants to take away.
I know what I've done wrong. When I slid this thing back in, it's got a location pin not located properly and it's now jammed. in the hole. So the reason if it's not located properly, so it means that it will be not feeding the injectors correctly. So I'm trying to pull it out, but I think it's probably going to be well wedged. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I think the batteries had it. I got it out, I replaced it, put it how it should be. But I don't know what damage I've done to it doing that. It might have bent something, it might have, you know what I mean.
Good morning and welcome to Thursday. Very sunny Thursday as well, just when I packed away all the summer clothes. That's the way it usually works. Anyway, it looks like a laundry in the back here. I've done an extensive amount of washing. Glenn has just been, actually let's go and ask him. Oh, the washing machine's on another spin cycle, so we'll just have to ignore that. So Mr. Warner,
new battery, I've got to install it because our battery's tired. So our battery is in here.
where are we off to on this sunny Thursday afternoon, I hear you ask? Well, we're off to Nottingham. Why, I hear you ask? Well, why indeed. So do you remember ages ago I told you that I started in 2008 a publishing company called Think? Over the last few years I've not really done much with it. Anyway, we have published a new resource, a new Think resource. We haven't done this for ages. The authors, two amazing ladies, Becky Goddard-Hill and Kaz Bailey, they're both bloggers. They're going to a big event on Saturday and they need the cards. Great news, printers pulled out all the stops, got the box in the back. Off we go to Nottingham to drop them off to Becky. So I want to have a quick look while we're on the way. These are the cards. Let's talk about family budgeting. I'm going to have a sneak peek inside. So these are the cards. Here's a great question. What do you enjoy that doesn't cost money? How much do we need in our emergency fund and how can we get there? So these, what the authors have done is they've split half the pack into the grown-up conversations, then half the pack for the whole family to have, like, how could we save more money as a family? Do you prefer one big treat or lots of little treats? There's great questions in here. Do you know what? It's so long since we've done a new pack of cards, and it gives me much joy to produce conversation cards. Just arrived at Costco to get cake for tonight's Creative Thursday because we know good cake is the key. Let's have a look at good cake selection. Loaf cake or lemon drizzle? Should we go sticky loaf? Let's do that. Oh my god, it went!
No, that wasn't good though.
Oh. Oh man, that smells bad.
That shouldn't do that. That means it's over fueling or something.
Do you not think it could just be all the fuel that you've pumped into it to try and get it going?
Yeah, it might be.
That was masses of smoke.
Yeah.
It was quite scary.
Yeah. What's happening, the stop button is jamming.
Yeah.
And I managed to pull it out, but it's jammed again.
Well done for getting it going.
I'm shaking, I believe.
So we're here at pom-pom making, and Duncan has special pom-pom making equipment. Do you remember when you used to cut around the card, piece of card? None of that. Proper pom-pom making equipment.
So fold it out like that, and then pretty much what you want to do is just hold it so it kind of starts like that. Once it's done, you just keep wrapping it around. You do that kind of one, and then you finish on that one, and then you just kind of nip over to this side. So you just kind of do a little bit of a turn like that.
like make a pom-pom in minutes.
They used to take ages.
They did.
I thought, how are we going to make pom-poms in an evening? I'd be whacking them out.
Look at that.
There you go.
Oh,
Sorted.
It usually needs a bit of trimming.
Look at that. It looks like a disgusting spider.
Yeah, it's got too
Whack the leg of it.
I'm very happy with my
How are you
pom-pom.
doing?
Good morning, it's Friday, more washing, yes. So, I can't remember where we were yesterday with regards to you knowing what's going on with the engine. Well, it started, there was much smoke. Mr. Warner has established what it is. He is now stripping the pump down. In fact, let's just go down. Let's just go down and he can tell you all about it. Right, honey.
Okay, so we got it started yesterday, over revved, because there's a little slidey bar inside which controls the throttle but also shuts the engine off, and that's jammed. It's not sliding easily like it should do. So there's something wrong with the injector. The bar's either bent or there's something gone in it or whatever, and the only way I'm going to be able to do that, we know the engine runs loudly and very fast.
Well done.
Nearly blew it up. Anyway, so I've got to take all this up. Hopefully this is the last time I'll have to do this. If I have to take the cover off the end, which I shouldn't have to do to get the pump out, where all the linkages are, because I'm a little bit worried that the linkages might be bent or broken.
Right.
I'm hoping that's not the case, but I'll know once I get the injector pump out. So I need to get it out. We're going to Devon and that next week, and funny enough, the company that specialise in refurbing these is in Newton Abbott, which is not far from Torquay, which is not far from Plymouth. So on the way back we could drop it off and then get them to send it back to me when they've done it, because it take 2 to 3 days. It's done. I'm pretty confident how to put it back in, and I'm pretty confident I know how these all work now.
You'll be like a Perkins diesel engine expert.
The manual diesel pump thing is quite simple. The one thing about this engine is that they put all the linkages inside, which is not convenient.
Okay.
But never mind. Anyway.
Okay. I'll leave you to it.
Time, so I've got to go.
Go, Mr. Warner, go. So, in there, Mr. Warner,
is that fuel pump? It is really stiff. I managed to loosen it up a little bit, but that glidey thing that he showed you, he was just going flick with his little finger. Ours, we have to get a pair of pliers and go. So it's either going to be a refurb or they're going to have to. So I might say they have to replace it.
So it's Friday the 13th. My day is going superbly. Glenn's, on the other hand, not so hot. So good news, my passport has turned up. Woo! Yeah, and some boots that I ordered that I wanted to take away with me next week. So all good for me. Plus I got loads of work done at Debbie's as I'm helping her out with some stuff. Glenn's not so positive. The fact that the stereo in the van has stopped working. He's not happy about that. He'll fix it. In fact, he moans about it, but I think he likes something to fix, to be honest, really.
Really, my list of fixing things is getting a bit
Your
long.
list of fixing stuff is getting long, I will give you that. So, I'm off to the hairdressers. It's going to make me beautiful, I hope. Okay, so I've just been to the hairdressers. Now I'm going to start this by saying I know there are bigger things in the world to worry about. And basically the hairdresser was like, well, while you're growing your hair long, this is the best I can do. And I was a bit like, oh, that looks a bit dull and boring. And I usually like a short, funky style. But I can do dull and boring because I just bought a new hat. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. It's a winter hat, obviously. We're coming into autumn, winter. Yeah, so I can persevere with my dull hairstyle, but when you see me, I'll be likely wearing a hat. I like this hat. I'm back at the boat now. Glenn's still at the van. We've just discovered something not good. You know, we said the radio wasn't working. Well, none of the electrics in the back of the van are working, not the fridge, not the lights, nothing. And we're going away tomorrow for a week. Anyway, I've left Glenn at the van. Glenn.
Yeah.
Tell us how you fix the electrics in the van.
I'll put a higher ampage fuse in for the minute.
Yeah.
I don't know what, the only thing I can think of, because I haven't used the van since I towed said caravan. So I'm thinking that the said caravan might have upset the electrics a little bit on the van. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not, you know, it's no problem. But I've put a bigger. It kept blowing low ampage fuse, so I've put something a bit bigger, and I've just got to keep an eye on it.
And we're off. So we're just a couple of minutes away now from my brother's house where we're dropping my mum off. It's been a bit of stop-start traffic on the way down, but other than that, it's been a great journey. So almost at our first stop, and then we'll be on to Linton, where I've persuaded Glenn, instead of taking the motorway, to take the coast road. Right, we're an hour and 36 minutes from our next destination. Who can be the first one to spot the sea? I was going to say, actually, we must be really close to the sea where we are, because my brother and my nephew, they work on the lifeboats, the RNLI lifeboats, and I remember him saying it's like less than a mile across a park to where the sea is.
Confusion. I've been mad, I'm the kind of man that I'm not. Lost, I am vain. I won't dare.
Turn left to stay on Dunster
Is this
Street,
two-way traffic?
A39.
Oh my god, this is so steep. Oh, bloody hell, that was steep.
You wouldn't want to be in a kind of caravan.
No.
With something a little bit underpowered.
Oh, we're still going up. I don't know if you can gather that on the camera, but this is a steep hill and another steep turn.
Where the hell did you come from?
Oh. So that place we just came through was Porlock. I've never been there before. Really pushed the boat out with the bunting. It was gorgeous. Hopefully we can stop there another time and have a good look round, because I'd love to explore there. So we're going across Exmoor. It's absolutely stunning. There's sheep by the side of the road. There's the sea to our right. Stunning, beautiful.
Get them.
We have two sheep just by the side of the road there. Not worried by the traffic. We're not far from the campsite, 1.6 miles away, so not far at all. Oh, this looks beautiful. Oh, up another hill. We've made it. Here's our pitch. Nice spot. Ben's just about to reverse down. Oh, it's gorgeous. Do nicely, Mr. Warner. Okay, so we're walking down into, is it Linton or Lynmouth? Okay, we've got a map that the site gave us, and he said it's about a 15-minute walk. He says the first bit is steep, but after that the rest of it is mainly level. Footpath. Oh yeah, quite steep. Glenn's marching ahead as normal. We're coming to a junction. Which way do you reckon?
Down.
Down. Ben, the last train is 6 o'clock. We don't want to be walking up that hill, so we've got to make sure we're on it.
That fills with water, the bottom there.
Right.
That one there is full of water now, which would be your counterbalance, which is why it now drags it up. And when it gets to the bottom, it empties all the water out. That's what that rushes you here. You're emptying all the water out.
So that was it. That was the week. It had stressful moments, didn't it?
It had stressful moments, and hopefully those stressful moments will not be revisited.
Yes, I'm hoping so much that the bloody engine works.
Well, it does work.
No,
It just needs to be some fine tuning. Well, it don't work actually because I've taken a massive piece of it out and it's got to be rebuilt. So
Anyway, we're not going to talk about engines all week long. No, we are just going to crack on with exploring the very best of the UK. So we're going to leave you here and we will see you next week.
Bye. Don't know why I'm whispering. Bye.